In this video, we're going to talk about spending too much time obsessing over the materials of our outdoor living spaces and debating between high-end composites or pressure-treated pine or even cedar or other materials for our decking. But sometimes we end up ignoring the empty space or the gaps between the decking. And I know sometimes they look completely harmless and you're never going to have any problems with them. But if those gaps are even a fraction of an inch too wide, then you could end up with some big problems. Keep in mind that a deck is essentially a suspended floor. When the voids in that floor get too wide, they transform from harmless drainage slits into active physical hazards. Just think about everyday objects like a walking cane or high heel shoes, or even the narrow wheels of a baby stroller, or worse, a wheelchair. And if that gap is wider than those objects, then gravity is going to take over, and every once in a while, someone's going to fall and get hurt. And these large gaps are worse for toddlers crawling around or the family dog running out to greet you, because these oversized spaces are perfect pitch points for tiny fingers and paws. And if there's a fire pit on top of your deck, and if one of those glowing embers pops out of your fire pit and falls through one of those gaps, and you didn't see it, and it lands on top of those bone-dry leaves that have also fallen through those gaps, then you could end up starting a fire. So what I would recommend would be a minimum of 1/8 of an inch and a maximum of 1/4 of an inch. And believe it or not, there are no building codes in the International Residential Code Book that cover this topic. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let us know by hitting the thumbs up button or letting us know in the comment area.